Om Nama Prema Swasthya Ham. Prema is love. Prema is a Sanskrit word for love. There's 8 words for love or something. Okay? Love as attached, love in devotion, love to the guru, love to this, love to that. Prema is not often used because it's just love as it is with no clarity. So this is why I use prema. Okay? Because it's not clear as exactly what type of experience of love is, which I love. It's undefined. Swasthya, S-W-A-S-T-H-Y-A, swasthya. Swa is self, stya means of the self, towards the self. So it is self-contained. Swasthya is self-supported. It is love not attached to an exterior cause. It is an experience of love just as it is. Okay? Remember the happy faces? We were in joy just because we wanted it. Om Namah Prema Swasthya Ham. And start to feel love for no reason. You've been in love and you felt love in your life, go back. And it is as easy as that. Ham is an experience of it, making it very present. So close your eyes, uncross your arms, close your eyes, look at every cell of your body, and imagine every cell of your body is in love. You can see them as hearts, or just see them as happy faces, but now they got to the point of it being in love. And every cell of your body is experiencing love for no other reason that they're just, wow! And they've got love of being one with one another, but each cell alone is experiencing it for itself. It's just happening because there is love. And you breathe and there is love. And those who love mantras, Om Namah Prema Swasthya Ham. I acknowledge that love is self-contained in the presence of it. It's just the presence of love. Om Namah Prema Swasthya Ham. There is love. And you relax. And you breathe. Do you see through the application of the practice? Because I would have thrown you this at first, it wouldn't have worked. But we've been practicing mindfulness and making the energy flow and getting the consciousness to move since the beginning of this little chat. And now we can go ahead. When you've done successfully the Sukyanandaram, the experience of the joy, because you'll accept just to be happy. Now we can go in Prema Swasthya Ham, and you'll accept just to be in a state of love. You're not really in love with, you're just in a state of love. Isn't it cool? I was just tapping in this. So this is the experience of self-love. And self-love is not your ego loving narcissically himself. It is knowing my ego is just an experience. There is love. And this love is not just there. There is love. And amongst other things, you experience it here as presence because you focus. Okay? Om Namah Sukyananda. Happy. Go into happy. Just happy. Just go back to happy. Om Namah Sukyananda. Happy. Breathe. Om Namah Sukyananda. Happy. You'll see it's a different taint than love. It's just happy. Om Namah Sukyananda. Happy. Good. Now you go back. Om Namah Parama Swastyaham, and you retaint it. It's love. Oh, different flavor. Whew. And now it starts to put a stress on you in the heart. You focus on the joy, bang, you bring in the love, and now it builds a pressure inside. Om Namah Parama Swastyaham. And you just focus on the love. Focus on the love. There is love. Forget love. Go back to joy. Don't push the love away. Just go back to joy. There is joy. Om Namah Sukya Nandaram. There is joy. Ah, more pressure. Om Namah Sukya Nandaram. I'm so happy. Love. There is love. Om Namah Parama Swastyaham. There is love. And look at the powerful movement. Look at the motion. Look at the energy of these two interacting forces. This is divine will as yin and yang. This is divine will in two polarities. Okay? The one of youth and the one of life. The one of simplicity here and the one of the true experience of Godness. Roll this up in you. And you'll screw up your hormonal system badly. You will shake your tree. You'll unclog the tubes of joy and love. And your peptides in your brain's gonna go crazy. That's what's happening, this weird feeling of, I'm all mixed up. Why am I mixed up? Now you have so many peptides in your blood. There's so many stuff, hormonal reaction happening at the same time that is supercharging your human experience. How you're used to just have a bit of joy, then have a bit of love depending on conditions and stuff. You just pushed it. You just moved it. And that is what I wanted you to have tonight. That last experience. So that through comprehension of the words, sustained mostly by the true understanding of the experience, I could not have explained this. Oh, go to joy, go to love. Nah. You learn the mantra, you're okay. Learning the mantra was not okay. It did nothing, learning mantra. It's all the wisdom I gave and say, okay, now do this, and now do that. And you have to go become aware you're not limited here. And you have to stay aware. And what it is to be conscious. And now you've got this charge and you need to relax. Breathe and relax. Now you need to let it go. Now you need to let it go. Don't keep yourself in this level of stress. You'll allow yourself a day to absorb it. Do you understand how powerful this wisdom can move energies in you that were clogged? And these energies are not the earth energies and the fire energies and doing Reiki. No. It's the true essence of consciousness. Joy, love. Alright? Put it up your ass.
Where do we let it go?
I just say this to him because he's got an anus problem. So put love in your ass, but I mean, with a man only if you want. He's gay, he loves it. I like to play games with this guy. Why do I do this? He's an advanced student. He wants to break his ego. He asked me to do this. I never do this unless I'm begged. Some people come to me, teach me higher wisdom. I want the fastest lane possible. No, you're going to take your life if I do this. Start with a 5 on 10. Start with the mid-range. What is the mid-range? Go feel all the pain you've experienced in your life again. You're crazy? What the hell is a level 10? Yes, you actually want to die at one point. Don't do that. You only want to go through the fast lane or doesn't want to do my job eventually. To look at the face of a demon and say, you stay here, you burn, so go away. Okay? And be in a state of bliss while a demon is possessing this little lady and just goes, wow, and go slide away. Okay? This kind of supernatural stuff. You don't have to go through hell if you're not going to have to deal with this kind of stuff. Take the middle way, which is cool. It's soft. It's peaceful. You've experienced Om Namah Sukyanandana, Om Namah Premaswastyaham. And you felt the rolling of these two powers in your pool of consciousness. And whoa! Now we did it strongly. But now you might want to do it softly. Om Namah Sukyanandana, Om Namah Premaswastyaham, Om Namah Sukyanandana, Om Namah Premaswastyaham. The swastya will free you from addictions to other sources of love. You will still have a lover. You won't be addicted to having a lover. It won't be a cause of suffering if the lover leaves. It means that you can mourn a very intense relationship within a few hours instead of a few weeks. Okay? My brother died. He was shot, killed. And 3 days later, my mourning was done. I went to meet, in a certain story anyway, I met the guy who killed my brother. I took it in my arms. I said, I want you to live your life knowing I forgive you. You can't live your life knowing that I hate you. It's not true. You know, I understand your experience. I don't agree with what you did. But I don't hate you. And the power of forgiveness is so great. It doesn't mean that what you did is right. It means I don't want to suffer because of it. And I understand the higher purpose of experiences like this. Suffering happens. Compassion is an experience where you just accept it will happen, and there will be joy, and there will be love, and then there will be suffering, and you'll go about it in a non-dramatic way. Just happy. Okay? I didn't explain all this to this guy. When I told him I didn't hate him, when I said, I want you to live your life knowing I forgive you, he just couldn't stop crying. It was terrible for him. Living with the experience he was involved with. But he didn't have my pressure. And he didn't have the pressure of my parents, because my parents met him 2 weeks after to give him therapy about his experience. Okay? My parents listened to this guy, they spoke, so he could make a step. He killed their child. Okay? Why do I say these stories? It's for you to know that holiness of mind is possible. That to be a saint is something possible. One step at a time. One step at a time. A whole lot of people are like that. We just don't advertise. Okay? But a whole lot of people are like that. Right? Well, a whole lot, I mean 1 in a million, but still, how many millions are there humans on Earth? I mean, they're a whole bunch. It's a metaphor, but I mean, there are people like that. Okay? And I'm not free from suffering in the sense that I'm not deprived of sporadic experiences of suffering, but I'm not addicted to suffering and I'm not enslaved to it. It happens, suffering, I'll feel it. When I will have paid attention so long, Om Namah Sukyanandana. Well, I don't use the mantra always, just go back to the state because I know what state of being I use. But I've been using these mantras so long to stimulate this state of being. And that's how I got it. So that's why I'm teaching you that way. Because in our society, it's difficult to go hide in a cave for 1 month to give yourself a moment of vipassana. Well, although vipassana is a way to enlightenment. But will you do it? No, probably not. How can you do it every day while you go to work, you have responsibilities? You need to be hard on yourself sometimes. Not hard in hating yourself. Hard on, I will stay focused on my suffering until it goes away. I will do the practice tonight, 1/2 hour. What is my pain of feeling so separated with all things? Why do I feel so lonely from divinity? Sometimes it's why am I so in anxiety that I cannot meet my girl? You know, sometimes couple separation, we have issues, we have stuff. Why do I always need to be right? And when I'm proved wrong, I so hate myself. What causes that suffering? What makes me want so much to be acknowledged by others? Acknowledged by others. From their point of view to say that I am right. Where in fact, being right is a cause of suffering. As much as being wrong. Okay? Truth is an experience. Today I see truth as an experience. to those who believe in only what they perceive. To those who acquire the wisdom of through this experience, it's like, good. Truth is not an experience. Truth is non-experienced. To those who only know through the experience, okay? It's something higher. Baby steps, one step at a time. Truth is not an information, a fact. The colored carpet, the walls are standing at this position. These are facts. This is not a philosophical truth of what we are. Truth is what we experience. You did experience joy. That was not an illusion. As much as this is not an illusion, it's real. It's not a table. To think it's a table is an illusion, but there's something there. To think it's an altar, to think it's solid, all that is an illusion, but it's still there. Okay? So when the Buddha said, everything you perceive is an illusion, and then they said, okay, so everything is an illusion. No, this is not what the Buddha said. The Buddha said, what you perceive is an illusion. What goes through your senses is not the truth. The truth is what you experience. So the Buddha said, what you perceive is an illusion, and that is mind. That is thought. He didn't say that's in your mind. You're dreaming about this. No, that's not what he said. He said this is mind. It is mind and consciousness and aware of self as much as you and your system, as much as the squirrels and the larvas. You remember the speech I started with? Consciousness is something that is self-aware everywhere. There is this self-awareness in this as much as this can be. We'll call it a table because of how we use it. We put stuff on them. If children come in, they go under, it's not a table anymore, it's a shelter. So this is not a table. Okay? Alright?
So having attachments to certain sufferings, we could look at as an illusion, or no?
When you suffered, did it seem real? That was reality. Your suffering was a reality.
But the attachment to it.
The attachment was your cause of suffering, and the illusion was she went away. The reality is I'm attached, it hurts. She didn't go away, she was never there. In the sense that she was there, but she wasn't yours. Ever.
Yeah.
You understand the cause? So there's a great work to do inside us to understand what is the true cause of suffering, and it's not what's going on outside, it's what's going on inside. Okay? It's what's happening inside. So this is why we use Om Namah Sukyanandara, Om Namah Premaswastyaham, to stimulate good states of being by will, to stop being enslaved to the crap. Because by will, we stay in our deep crap. Simply because we were never taught otherwise, and we grew a habit out of complaining and suffering. Okay? This is why we have to keep moving the energy. And this will help you progress in understanding what is the reality and what is the illusion. The reality is what you have experienced. The illusion is the interpretation to believe that this was your possession, your relationship, or even your own identity. Okay? That's why it's a mind game, and you need to work on yourself. Thank you very much for tonight. Please go back to your places. Conscious, if you have to drive, stay aware of the road way before you stay aware of yourself. But the moment you turn the car off, self-awareness. And go try to sleep on that. I said try to sleep on that. Because you might not be able to sleep if you're doing an effort to stay self-aware. No, I'm just conscious. How can I go to sleep? So at one point you'll let it go. You'll allow yourself to fall off of awareness into a beautiful, blissful sleep. Alright? And don't worry with the physical reactions, because tomorrow we learn how to take these high-level experiences and how to pull them in physical flesh in order to extend the lifespan of the physical manifested body. That is the Taoist wisdom of immortality. Alright? Good.